Lads, welcome to Fusion YGO, and today we are bringing you the new Forbidden and Limited list. This list is absolutely staggering. I counted it; it's about 32 changes to the Forbidden and Limited list. We're gonna call it FNL for the rest of this video. The FNL list, I haven't seen a ban list of this size in a long time. It's mind-boggling. They hard reset the entire format, but they didn't check control decks very well at all. Control decks kind of got off and then scot-free. There's quite a few decks that I think won that we'll talk about later. But first, let's jump into this. So the first thing are the banned cards. Strap in, lads, because this is going to be a long one. Orcust Harp Horror, Thunder Dragon Colossus, Ib, the World Chalice Justicar, Tempest Magician, Outer Entity Azathoth, Salamangreat Mirage Stalio, Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, and Brilliant Fusion. 9, I think. 9 cards. 9 cards banned. Just killed. Okay, so this directly hits quite a few decks. Any Ib Turbo Guard Dragon Shenanigan deck just got hit. Ib's gone. Bye-bye. Harp Horror is a huge hit to Orcust. This is actually a bigger hit than Babel would have been, in my opinion. I think this really hurts the deck's ability to grind. It kills the deck's ability to grind. It makes it a very one-trick pony kind of deck, very susceptible to hand traps. Thunder Dragon. You've got Titan, but you're not nearly as powerful as you were before. You have to splash it with other engines, and you have to hope to God that everything doesn't Tempest Magician stops the ability to FTK, which is important. I'm glad they hit this. Outer Azathoth getting banned makes perfect sense. It's been in the format too long, and it allows other things to come back. Mirage Stalio getting banned is a huge hit to Salamangreat, but it can likely do pretty much the same thing. Salamangreat is just going to become more of a going second variant deck. It's going to be able to OTK, do things that way. Metal Foes Electromite, we will talk about in a minute. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. That really hurts Sky Striker. That just... Here you go. Here's a bunch of one-ofs in the main deck. Good luck. And you can't search any of them. Have fun. Sky Striker just dropped to like tier 2, maybe. That's being generous. And then Brilliant Fusion being banned. Kind of makes sense. This stops the Seraph Knight stuff, which, I mean, the Brilliant Fusion card, it's going to get insane with the revision coming in April, so it kind of makes sense. Just absolute insanity. I understand the hit, I think this is too soon. I feel like we should have let it shape up for a few weeks and then destroy it, but fine, whatever. What do I know? So we're saving Electromite, we'll talk about it here in a second. So now the limited cards. So strap in again. Another big section. True King Lithosogem, the Disaster. Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Servant of Endymion. Danger Nessie. Pot of Avarice. Card of Demise. Dragonic Diagram. Into the Void. Sekka's Light. Red Reboot. Okay. So this is another big section. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Pankratops and Red Reboot both going to 1. This basically says Subterror Guru, congratulations, you win. This basically says to Altergeist, welcome back to the format. This takes away the ability for decks to strongly and consistently go second against back row heavy decks, because back row decks can punish you so aggressively with these just really powerful traps, and if you lose the die roll, or if you lose game 1 and you have to go into game 2, without Red Reboot, now you're forced to play a different game strategy against them, and you don't have as many ways to deal with back row. And I think this is partially to sell the new set so that people will be buying the new set in droves to get this card. But I think that taking away more ways to deal with something instead of giving us more ways to deal with it, especially because you've destroyed the meta decks, right? You've hit all of them. Taking away our ability to deal with the new perceived meta is just forcing the perceived meta into becoming the meta. It's going to be a very back row heavy or very go second, destroy everything meta. You're going to play one or the other. You're either going to play going first trap or going second kill. And there's really no gray area. And it makes deck building very linear. Next up is going to be True King Lithosism, the Disaster. Congratulations, Dino players. You just made Petite Pteranodon and Baby Stegosaurus really powerful again. Okay. Dragonic Diagram, Card of Demise. Demise getting hit to 1 makes sense. I feel like it's got enough downside that it would have been fine at 3, but they felt otherwise. They really wanted to go after True King, True Draco, and Demise, obviously. But they also hit Into the Void. Into the Void just bye-bye. Into the Void is basically Upstart Goblin. We kind of saw this coming. You can still run it. You can still make it going to a 38 card deck at this point. It's possible. You might see it. I don't know. We'll see. Sekka's Light going to 1 makes it so if you want to play Sekka's Light, you only can play one of them. So you're playing a 39 card deck for Pot of Greed. And it's all monsters. Not a great strategy there. So Sekka's Light going to 1 is essentially banning the card. And because it brought back the better card, Pot of Avarice, to 1. Avarice coming to 1 tells me that it's going to be in a structure deck at some point here soon. Probably. I see reprints of this card coming on the horizon. It's the only reason they bring stuff back like that. Danger Nessie going to 1, just a consistency hit to Dangers. It's allowing Avarice to be back in the game, I guess. I have no idea. Nessie going to 1. I haven't seen a lot of Dangers going around anyway. Hitting it to 1 just kind of feels overkill. But, again, we'll see. Now, let's talk about Servant of Endymion and Electromite. Okay, so every other major meta deck got 1 hit. 1 on this entire ban list. And I understand. Pendulum's a little bit funky and harder to hit. Banning Electromite and limiting Servant of Endymion really is going to hurt Pendulum players overall. This is a really big hit to them. Are they dead? No. With the revision coming up, Pendulum Magician just becomes a lot better. I'm surprised that we don't have Double Iris coming back to 1. I'm surprised that we don't have Skull Crobat Joker coming back to 1. Neither one of those cards is terribly broken. They don't do anything majorly advantageous. I think Electromite did need to go. I think that that's a perfectly fine hit. I can understand the Servant hit. Just, it seems like a lot when we could have left it well enough alone and kind of like maybe banned Electromite. And, I don't know, left the top tiers alone a little bit more, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I think the list overall is slaughtering, and my initial thoughts and my still thoughts right now is that it was a lot over to the top because we were in a really good state in the meta, in my opinion. I think we needed to hamper the power of Orcust a bit, and we needed to get rid of Striker. But I think if we hindered those a little bit, not doing what they did, but hindering it a little bit, it would have allowed naturally for more decks to come in. And instead, they slaughtered everything. They just ran in there like a big burly dude trying to chop down trees. Just that one. It felt over the top. 32 hits is a lot. 32 cards moving that's a lot of change. And I get that it's the beginning of the year, but I don't know. Maybe this is my opinion on the list. I think this is going to shape up to be a very either control or OTK centered strategy. It's not going to be a lot of. It's either going to be very grindy or very kill, kill, kill. And there's not going to really much gray area. We'll see. Next up is going to be the semi-limits. There's 3. One of these I actually called. I'm actually impressed. Deep Sea Diva going to 1. There are 2. Sorry. Deep Sea Diva going to 2 just makes sense for the Deep Sea archetype. It comes out soon. 2 Regard to the Underworld. Congratulations, BA players. You can play your shenanigans. Mind Control, because going second is BS. I don't understand that hit. Whatever. Is what it is. And then, now we're on to the final part, the Unlimit. Unlimiting, Morphing Jar number 2. Welcome back, Empty Jar. Tribe Infecting Virus. We assumed. Okay, Lady Debug is also back to 3. Why? Whatever. I don't know. It's probably to sell Marine Says. I don't know. Phantom Knight's rank up Magic Launch. Okay. As I thought, it's gone. It's fine. Sky Striker Ace Kagari. Welcome back, I guess. What are you going to do? Add Engage? Book of Moon. Is it 3 again? Yay, I guess. Subterra Guru players, you get more bonuses. Solemn Warnings at 3 again. Oh, and yeah, Altergeist, here you go. Soul Drain. Let's take away the graveyard reliant decks and then give this back. Whatever. Dark Arm Dragon 3. We saw that coming. And Perform Mage Damage Juggler. Sure, whatever. Okay. Let's talk about this. Subterra Guru, congratulations. You went from being a top tier rogue deck to being the meta. Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's the meta right now. Subterra Guru, Altergeist, and then your combo decks. So, Heroes went off this pretty much unscathed. Gren Maju is one of the top decks of the format now. That's really agitating. Pendulum is going to be a rogue deck now. It was kind of like on the press. It was like a 1.5 tier deck, and now it's just been like smacked down to rogue. We'll see what it does. Decks that got a bolster out of this. Pure Crusadia. Any going second deck that doesn't rely on things like Mind Control just got incredibly powerful. Mech Knight Invoked. Welcome back. Welcome back. Dinosaurs. Welcome back. The Heroes, obviously. There's a lot of decks that just move up, which is fine. I don't mind decks moving up, but I don't want it to be the expense of every other meta deck just gets hit in the knees with a hammer. Like, there were 4 decks, and they're like, let's put a 5th and a 6th, because we're going to hit Draco and Pendulum and just kneecaps. And it was really aggressive. I get it. We have a reset coming in April. You want to sell new product. And people are complaining that the format's stale or stagnant. And it really wasn't. I think the meta was in a really good spot, and I didn't think we needed to have a massive ban list. Konami obviously disagrees, and that's fine. It's their product, whatever. It just doesn't make sense to me right now, but we'll see. I'm predicting that Altergeist and Subterra Guru are going to be 2 of the best decks going forward. I bet that our meta is going to shape around Altergeist, Subterra Guru, Gren Maju, and probably Dinosaur or even Mech Knight. We could have a a really big competitive format. We'll see. A lot of going second decks got a boost out of this because they're designed to do stuff without it. Back row decks, Twin Twisters just became a main deck staple now. It has to be. Cosmic Cyclone, whatever you need. Like, it has to be a main deck staple at this point. We'll see. I'm not sure how I feel about this right now. I really don't. I'm not going to pretend that I have a clue what this is going to shape into, but control decks, welcome back to the meta. Combo decks, you learn to go second. And, deal with 1,000 trap cards. Hand traps just became a lot more important. Call by the Grave just became a lot more important. We'll see what happens. I try not to be doom and gloom, but it feels very beaten down. It took the old meta, blew it up, and then said, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm going to continue comprising my thoughts. It's been a rough week for me here, lads. So, if you want to help me out, I would really appreciate it. Go to the Teespring, buy a Good Fun Have Luck shirt, buy a Fusion YGO shirt, share the video. Anything can help. This week has been a beatdown for me personally. Outside of YouTube, outside of Yu-Gi-Oh, this just didn't help. It's just been like one thing after another this week. So please, anything and everything, I appreciate it. Lads, I will see you in the next video, where I should hopefully be no longer doom and gloom. I'll let you know. I don't know. Check us out on Twitter and Discord, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.